Tell me your name again.
Ariana.
One in.
Yes.
Hi, Ariana.
Hi.
Hi.
So I wanted to know how old were you when you started getting into
You asked
storytelling?
me my age?
No, when you started getting into storytelling.
And
what inspired you?
I was busting your chops.
Oh.
I was a minister, and in 1992, I resigned, and a good friend of mine said, "You're really good with kids. Why don't you volunteer telling stories?" I volunteered. I was telling Monica that, and in 1993, a Boy Scout group called me up and said, "Would you come and tell for 45 minutes and we'll pay you $65? And I went, "Sweet." And so I will tell you, it's about 1/3 of my income. The professional storytellers, the big name professional storytellers, and I'm really thankful that Mr. McCarthy said that he considers me one of his favorite storytellers. I need to let you know I'm the only one he's ever heard. With the fact that I'm the only one, I will be the best, but the real big name storytellers make up to $250,000 a year, and they're probably gone 250 to 300 days a year. I'm a chaplain at Stamford Hospital. I like the balance of serving people as opposed to the focus of trying to make money all the time. So storytelling is my life, but I tell, but I also listen. I'll give you a quick story. The Indian story is this. There was a boy who had two water pots. He went down to the stream, he filled both of them up on his shoulders, walks a half mile back up the hill, puts them on the ground. The water pot on the left went, and the boy said, "What's wrong?" The water pot said, "Well, my brother and I, you filled both of us up, but when we get up to the top of the hill, I've got a crack in my side. I'm not doing my job. I'm losing water." The boy said, "Did you see anything as we walked up your side of the hill?" And the cracked pot said, "I saw nothing. Tell me what you see tomorrow." So the next morning, he brings both water pots down, brings them back up, places them on the ground, and the water pot goes, and the boy said, "What's wrong?" "Well, I'm not doing my job. I've got this crack in my side." "Did you do what I asked?" And the cracked pot said, "Yes." "What did you see?" "I saw herbs and flowers." "What colors were they?" "Yellow, gold, green, mauve." And then the boy goes, "You don't get it, do you?" And the cracked pot said, "Get what?" He said, "I knew you had a crack in your side. And one day when you weren't looking, I went along your side and planted all those seeds of the flowers and the herbs. And you've been watering them every day. And at nighttime, I take some of those herbs and we cook with them. And I take some of those flowers and we put them in a vase because of the things that you've been helping to create." And only then did the cracked pot truly understand. 2 years ago, I had a 14-year-old girl at Stanford Hospital. She had tried to commit suicide. When I walked into the pediatrics wing, they said, "Would you go talk to her?" And so I went in and I spoke with her, and I don't do this often. I said, "I'd like to tell you a story." And she said she was open to it. So I told her that story. And then she did what I love. She goes, "What does that story mean?" And I went, "I'm not going to tell you." I said, "Your job is to figure out for yourself what you think it means. I'm here till 4 o'clock. And if you want to share this with me, you can." So I didn't think I'd hear from her. That was about 10 o'clock in the morning. About 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon, I got paged for the pediatrics. I walked in and she goes, "I figured out the story." And I said, her mother was in the room. And I said, "Do you want your mother to leave?" She goes, "No, I want my mom to hear this." And I said, "What?" She goes, "Well, the cracked pot, that's me. And what it tells me is that even though I feel cracked on the inside, that maybe I'm still good enough to contribute to life." Now, I think had I told her what the story meant, I would have truncated her capacity to understand that story for herself. Because she did the work on her own, the story will be much, much more deeply impacted as opposed to somebody saying, here's what the story is. So, I began giving you guys a lot of stories. I will share with you that everyone in this room is a storyteller. Everyone in this room is full of stories. Mr. McCarthy and I have been talking about Vietnam. We've been talking about civil rights. And one of my questions to Mr. McCarthy was, what makes you be as interested in civil rights and social justice the way you are? And it took him immediately back to Vietnam. I was in Ireland 8 years ago, and when you go to Ireland, you're supposed to go to see the green grass and to see the countryside and the Blarney Stone. Crap on that. I went to Ireland, and I just had one question. I asked every Irish storyteller I knew when I met them in Ireland, why is storytelling important to your culture? And I'm going to Ghana and Nigeria hopefully this November and December for 3 to 4 weeks, 10 to 11 days in each country. And I'm going to meet the griots or the jellies. That's the original pronunciation of storyteller in some languages in West Africa. And I'll be asking them the same question that I asked in Ireland. Why is storytelling important to your culture? I think they give you different answers than just saying, I want to see all the sights. It's about really what's inside the people. Thank you guys very much for your ears, and get the hell out of here.